Welcome back to the channel, my people. What Dr. Abati and Rufai said to Wike in this video will leave you very, very shocked. Dr. Abati and Rufai have fired heavily on Wike over his comment at his recent briefing, where he spoke and objected strongly against Peter Obi coming back to PDP, where he mentioned that it would destroy the party totally. Wike also said in the video that those pushing for Jonathan's comeback in 2027 were the same set of people who betrayed him in 2015. If you haven't seen that video of Wike, I'm going to play it. I want you to sit back and watch and listen to what Dr. Abati and Rufai said, because they really said a lot.
Even this one you have done now. To what? Bringing Obi to where? Obi to where? You want to kill the party, the ball?
You want to?
Obi that, I mean, you see, if somebody don't have characters, Obi that was abusing the party, that the party is rotten, is this? So the party is good enough for you to come and run for, you see these people, ambition can make you even go to Satan's house. If you want to destroy this party, dare to bring Obi. Let you even Obi come. There's nowhere he will go because of ambition. Can't we be principled? Because you're looking for president. Anybody that, if he has not available, this doesn't cost me, this doesn't cost me. So no more ideology, no longer principle. You talk about Jonathan. I respect Jonathan very well. I know he does the role as an elder statesman and somebody the international community respects, and I think he will continue with that. These people who are weighing Jonathan, what is their strength? Are they not the same people who played him game in 2015? Some of these people, I see what I don't like is people who are trying to play to the gallery. You have heard that there's a governor that who intends to run. If that governor is true that he intends to run, how would Banana be saying that PDP is waiting for either His Excellency President Goodluck Jonathan, former president, or His Excellency Peter Obi? For Christ's sake, nobody should cause problem for the party. When you cause problem for the party, you now say people are behind this problem. You are the one trying to. How will anybody even contemplate?
Without prejudice to the fact that Nyesom Wike, as a citizen of Nigeria, as a member of a political party, as a politician, can express his opinions, I think that he is not in a position to be presumptuous and rude on his own part to think that he can dictate options to other players within the same polity. In other words, it does not lie in his mouth to tell Mr. Peter Obi whether or not he should return to the PDP. Even if he expresses that opinion, he cannot go as far as saying that if Peter Obi decides to return to the PDP, then he will destroy the party, because Peter Obi had said previously that the PDP is a rotten political party, on the basis of which he decided in the lead up to the 2023 elections to join the Labour Party. So Nyesom Wike occupying a moral high ground, he does not have the credentials to occupy that moral high ground. He says Peter Obi will come and destroy the PDP. What is he himself doing in the PDP other than destroying the PDP? He talks about character. If it is the issue about character, he cannot be in the right place to talk about character. Because the major issue in terms of his own membership of the People's Democratic Party is about his character. He is in the party and he's sabotaging the same party and he's giving a lecture on morality. So I see a contradiction here, and I see, a conflicted personality. Personalities are conflicted when, they don't understand basic issues about decorum and even basic common sense. Now, as for President Goodluck Jonathan did not leave the party. Okay? He has always been in the party. He says President Jonathan is a statesman. He should not come to the PDP. Again, President Jonathan has not spoken on this. Yeah. The people who have spoken are his cousin, Azibaola, and also, Ikechukwu Eze, his media assistant. And they both say, we don't need anybody's advice. whether it's Keyamo or it's Nyesom Wike. And so it's a very fluid situation. But in other words, it's up to the individuals involved to make up their own minds. So let Wike not give lectures presumptuously about choices that other people can make, when he himself does not even listen to advice from other people. So the issue about character that he has raised is about him.
All right.
What is the second issue? That's the one I actually wanted to comment upon. President Jonathan's eligibility. We had Monday Ubani SAN on this program this morning. We quoted Chidion Dikalu. We quoted Onikepo Braithwaite. And, you know, after a review of all of this by Monday Ubani, the judgment of Justice Dashen of the Federal High Court of Bayelsa, of Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. I think the date is actually 2022 because that ruling was given in the lead up to the 2023 general elections. However, at issue was Section 1371 and Section 1373 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The position of the judge is that, look, an amendment of the law by legislative action cannot have retroactive or retrospective effect. That amendment of Section 137 sub 3, having been done in 2018, cannot apply to President Jonathan.
Yeah.
Two, the fact that President Jonathan was sworn in as a vice president or even as acting president would not apply. We're not under the military dispensation of General Buhari when laws of Nigeria had retrospective effect, and I think Bartholomew Ojulope and 4 others were executed retroactively. This is a democratic dispensation that must operate under the rule of law. However, the point by Onikepo Braithwaite and Professor Odinkalu is that, look, we run a mischievous system. The APC and other interested parties may seek to exploit this if in 2027 or ahead of it, President Jonathan says he wants to run. But President Jonathan has not made any categorical statement. This is a case of people taking, I don't want to promote anybody, taking one medication on behalf of another person.
See, the Minister Wike, I think rather than doing all of this is political talk, I have work for him to do. I hear 3rd Avenue around Gwarimpa, there's a rubbish pile.
I saw
there.
you post that. It was so sad.
He should go and clean things like that. And the other place that they are rubbish pile in Abuja, because he's not busy enough. Rather than coming to play this hypocritical game he plays. The same person that is abusing Obi today.
Yes.
Please, you that are watching us, go and Google the video of Nyesom Wike praising Obi that he was the hero of the election. That is the one that didn't make power go to the north. That if he didn't come out, that is the hero of the election. He was praising him to high heaven.
We saw that. We took it
The
on
same
one string.
Peter Obi, Nyesom Wike that is saying Peter Obi distorted the party. Ask him, did he allow Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of his own party, campaign in Rivers State in the last election? Ask him, didn't they bring this situation about, they didn't book stadium and all of that? Ask him, didn't he destroy his party because things didn't go his favor? Didn't Dino Melaye said he called him 19 times to solicit so that he would get vice presidential ticket running spot? When he didn't get that, he scattered his party. Ask him, if he had become vice presidential candidate, will he have said all he's saying? Today, that he's saying that Jonathan should be elder statesman and ask him, is it not Jonathan's wife that solicited for him when he even wanted to emerge in the first place? Is the Jonathans not his benefactor? Ask him. So you see, when people talk, when it favors them, and like Dr. Abati said, you are correct, and I've always said this, because they have the monopoly of media, because Nigerian media is struggling in such a way that you can buy airtime, you can come and talk, and if once they have the floor, they will talk, and people will not fact check them or anything. So he says a lot of things that are subject to fact checking. You see, when things does not go his way, he screams blue murder. He has the autonomy of thought because you can put a media chat on 2 or 3 stations and call journalists there to talk to you. And even half the time, you will not even allow the journalists talk. You will shout them down. You will destroy their credibility. You will say they don't know what they are saying. You want to even teach those that are coming to ask you questions and all of that. So when you look at all of these things put together, is it democracy we are practicing or demonstration of grace? I subscribe that we are in a full era of the demonstration of grace in our continent.